Welcome to ATB TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Shona Drechsler. Once again, back at Werribee.
Yep,
Once
right again.
Straight out of the shower, but the sun's shining, and gee, there was a big media group here this morning, and it's really starting to get serious now, this spring carnival, isn't it?
Yeah, there was only standing room on the viewing platform, and even then it was a tight squeeze.
Yeah, we had Channel 7 down here, Channel 9, and it's all happening, and
Yeah.
it's hard not to get excited.
I know, it's fantastic. The horses look great. Even the horses are getting excited. They're all on their toes and up and about.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So, well, let's talk about the runners we've had over the past week.
Sure. So we had Long Time at Moonee Valley. She finished 8th on Friday night.
Yeah, look, that with Moonee Valley, I think you just got to disregard Friday night's races. If you weren't a leader, you couldn't win.
Track was out 7 metres. The rail was out 7 metres.
Yeah, so just leader's track. She never really got into the run, but we're just going to give her a freshen up now and bring her back over Christmas.
Happy Highway?
Happy Highway, not really suited there. She'll be better on a bigger track in a couple of weeks.
Yep. We had Lonspresso at Flemington, finished 14th.
Yeah, disappointing, really disappointing, Lonspresso. She's better than that. Look, we've put her out. There's nothing really wrong with her other than she went to Queensland late in the winter, and she came back straight into work, and you just can't go to Queensland and run in the spring as a rule, so she's a bit flat, so we'll put her out. We'll try her again in the autumn, and if she doesn't fire up, she'll most likely go to stud.
Yep. Esprit de Soul, 4th at Ballarat yesterday.
Yeah, good run. This horse is on a bit of a derby trial. I think Mark Rowley's done a really good job with this horse, and he was very green yesterday. Every time Damien went for him, he just ducked in or ducked out, and he really couldn't get into him, but he still finished 4th. I think Blinkers go on next start, he'd be hard to beat.
Yep. And Evans finished 4th at Ballarat.
Yeah, I thought she actually got 3rd.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she actually got 3rd in that photo.
Okay.
So, look, that was a really good field and a good run. I mean, the favourite's a really good horse. And, look, she's a consistent mare, and she's going to be around the money in some of those weaker city races.
Yep. All right, well, we'll talk about this week's coming runners. We're going to Cranbourne Friday night for Flying Paris.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Flying Paris, I think, is a quality filly, trained by Matty Williams. We own the mare, Paris Platts, and it's been a high-quality family. And she's probably one of the nicer Testorosses I've seen. So I think down there she'll be a good each-way chance.
Yep. Hamilton, we've got Royal Fantasy.
Yeah, it's been disappointing a couple of runs in so far. She's only a young horse, but I think her work's been pretty good, and I think it's D-Day for her on Friday.
Yep. And Friday night, or Friday UK time at York, we've got Collini.
Collini running? Yeah, look, he's just waiting for a little bit of rain. I think they've got that now, so you know he's ready to do something. We've got him in the autumn sales over there later in October, so he's probably not going to get back for the Melbourne Cup, so we'll probably trade him on.
Yep. Saturday is a big day.
Can't wait.
Super day. First up, we've got Crackerjack King in the Caulfield Stakes, Group 1.
How tough is this race? He's drawn 11. You all saw his run last time out. You could argue if he cuts the corner, he wins. This is really the Caulfield version of the Cox Plate. I've never seen such a strong Caulfield race. It's just fantastic. It's great to have a runner in the race, and I think if you run top 4, you'd be delighted with your horse.
Yeah.
Of course, we want to win it. He's about a $14 chance, and you know if he runs up to his last run and he's fitter, he's going to be right in the mix.
Yep. We've got Platelet resuming in the Group 2 Scalacci Stakes at Caulfield.
Yeah, once again, we know Platelet is a horse that doesn't normally win first up, even though she did last prep in a weaker race, but there's only 7 runners. It doesn't look over strong. Using our rating system, she's actually been rated on top in our system. So Darren Weir tells me she's pretty forward, though he has trained more for the Manikato and the Daily Sprint later in the prep, but she'll run her usual honest super run.
Yep. And then we've got our first international in the Group 1 Toorak Handicap in Guest of Honour.
Yeah, it's hard to know what to say here. Guest of Honour, he's a high quality horse, last start Group 2 winner. He hasn't put a foot wrong here at Werribee since he's been here. He's just going super. Yeah. I just can't wait to see him go around. It's not the strongest Toorak I've seen, but once again he's about a $14, $15 chance, probably because no one knows where to put him in the mix. But look, it wouldn't surprise me, if he was in the finish. Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me. His coat is gleaming. He's a happy horse. He's so lovely to do anything with. He's just a real pleasure to deal with. But every day I go in there, his coat just looks healthier and healthier.
He flew on the track this morning. I mean, he wasn't asked to do a lot, but the way he covers the ground and his temperament, I mean, it counts for a lot.
Yeah. Well, that'll be very exciting. And the ATB bar will be rocking should we get one of those to win or do really well. And then on Saturday night, we're off to York with Counterridge. Hopefully she'll get a start this time. I'll get out onto the track.
Yeah, last time she flipped over in the manning yard and just cut herself a little bit, nothing major, but they pulled her out. Look, I'm not sure if she's missed much work yet because I'll talk to Marco tonight, but look, she's ready to win a race over there and she's a high-class mare.
Sunday, Cranbourne Cup Day, we've got Manor Trust.
These are only entries at this stage, aren't they? So
nominations, so check the acceptances and the website later on.
He's ready to win Manor Trust. He's a good quality horse and I've got no doubt he's going to be playing a part in the spring of 2015. So at this stage it's all about grounding and foundation and learning and teaching him how to race and let down, but he's one of our more promising 3-year-olds.
Yep. Kilmore, we have Host Me, a nomination.
Yeah, well, she's a stayer. She's had one run in and, you know, she'll just be warming up to a task, probably run 3 or 4 for her.
Yep. And then Tuesday, nominations are Ararat, Soissons, Tokyo Tower and Sir Dylan.
Well, there's a few going around, aren't there? All those horses, you know, are racing well. I'm not sure which way Darren's going to go with them. Some of them are dual nominated, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Good. All right.
Well, that's it for this week's runners. Good luck to everyone involved with their runners this week. Look forward to seeing a lot of you at Caulfield on Saturday. It promises to be a big day, and whilst we're on the theme of the internationals, earlier I caught up with Leigh Jordon. I'm here with Leigh Jordon at the Werribee Quarantine Centre. Leigh's the man responsible for getting all these international horses into the Melbourne Cup. Welcome, Leigh.
Welcome, Darren. I think you're responsible actually for buying them all. That's the problem.
Well, your job's to recruit as many horses to the Caulfield Melbourne Cup, or the whole spring for that matter, and this year you've got full capacity.
Yeah, no, it's been a great result. We've had 23 in the first shipment, and 7 of them leave on this Saturday and go to Australian bases, and another 7 come in down at Vintage Crop, and a pretty good array of horses there. Godolphin's 2 horses, Willing Foe and Cavalryman. We've got Adelaide coming as well for Aidan O'Brien. Hasn't been back for a good 6 years, so it's great to get him back. And Slade Power, the mighty sprinter too, running on Friday. So it's a good array of different horses. I know your team, you've got a good spread too, you know, Cups horses as well as a Cox Plate horse. That's great.
It seems this year that the horses have really travelled well and they've all settled in. I think most people around the camp are pretty happy with their horses.
Yeah, there's a guy called Des Leedon who first came out with Vintage Crop, you know, 20 odd years ago, and he's a very experienced vet travelling horses, and he said this year didn't have to sedate any horses, which is quite unusual, and he just said they travelled really well. I know Paul Francis, who's with Marco, commented about the actual temperature in the plane and just the whole trip, probably a little bit shorter too than normal, so all those things all count for them getting in and eating, drinking, getting fluids in, so hopefully that transforms to performance on race day.
There's some really nice horses on that second shipment, Leigh. Is there any chance we can sort of send that plane somewhere else?
Well, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea, because as you said there, Godolphin, Cavalryman, what are we going to have, 3 9-year-olds possibly in the Melbourne Cup. He's in career best form. Willing Foe, I really like that horse. He's had limited starts over the last couple of years, but he's a very good horse. So yeah, no, I think, look, we'll have a talk to IRT and see whether we can send it one more stop, you know, rather than 4.
Mate, you're doing too good a job. There's too much competition for us, so just back off a bit next year and make it a little bit easier for the battlers at ATB. Of our horses, what do you think of Seismos and Dandino?
Well, I mean, Seismos and Dandino is hard to line up, because I mean, Dandino, he's a real standout, isn't he? And he looks good from last year. I know Paul's very happy with him. And then Seismos, interesting to note, Andres Voller, who's also in the camp here, previously trained Seismos, and he sort of made the comment, he's not a horse to look at, because he's got a massive heart and he really tries. So he's obviously a big chance for you, and guest of honour. I mean, he looks like he's settled in really well. Runs in the Toorak on Saturday, so who knows?
All right, mate. Well, thanks for joining us this morning, and all the best for the carnival.
Yeah, no, good luck to you and Liz and all your syndicate owners. You do a great job, and I'll be there. Can I use the American term, rooting for you and cheering you on? So good luck.
Good on you. Thanks. Well, that's it for ATB this week, Shona.
Thanks, Darren.
A beautiful day, and Now we'll go and look after our international guests and buy them breakfast.
Beautiful.
Until next week, I'm Darren Dance.
And I'm Shona Drechsler.
Goodbye.
See ya.